We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Alright, my first review for 2015 is going to be the NECA Alien Queen Deluxe Action Figure, which she looks awesome in her packaging here. Got a nice little scene with some eggs, some open, two open. It got a couple of victims there strung up. And I did see on the NECA Facebook page they had some eggs sculpted, so I'm not sure who they're going to come with or how those are going to get distributed or sold or whatever, but should be cool. Can't wait to get a whole ton of them. So yeah, let's just go around the packaging here real quick. See her face through the glare there. Hopefully we can a little bit. Yep. And back at the packaging here. Alien's Queen. There she is there. The same background. 35th anniversary of Alien, which makes it like the 29th, something like that, 29th, 28th, something like that for Aliens, somewhere there, I think. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Some assembly required. Okay. She features more than 35 points of articulation, including a spectacular opposable tail, a hinged jaw, sliding head, and more. It includes a display stand and two different interchangeable inner mouths. And I saw where somebody was like, hey, they gave me some metal rods, but why didn't they give me a stand? Is a stand going to be available later? Yeah, so somebody totally threw away their stand. And if you guys watched the Pixel Dan review of the Queen here, he didn't get or lost or just, they may not have sent it to him, but the actual upper part of the stand. And I'll talk about that once I get her out of the box. So there she is. And without further ado, let's get her out of the box. Alright, real quick before we get to the Queen herself, we'll go through everything that's packaged in the box. First off, of course, you get the Queen, which I don't have in hand. But I have my the stand that comes packed right behind her. And it has a little peg hole there for one of two. There's a 6-inch and, like, I guess about a 9-inch long metal rod for the stand. I prefer the 6-inch because that's what I'm going to use on my display. And then for the top of either rod, you put this clear plastic piece on. It has these two little knobs on it, I guess, and that's the complete stand. Pixel Dan either didn't get shipped his upper part, or maybe he lost it or something like that, but he didn't have that in this video. But yeah, you get that in the box. You should have that in the box. So you get the stand, and then you get two of the inner mouths. You get one retracted, which hopefully this is going to focus. Maybe. I was casting clear plastic, so you get the nice transparent looking teeth, and the jaw is painted like black and blue. And I was really keen on the blue highlights when I first got it out of the packaging, but it's kind of grown on me. And after looking at a couple of clips and just the way the color palette is for the movie, I mean, it makes sense, because like you pose her up in a fairly dimly lit environment, and it really, you know, it really works for her. It doesn't look like they're painted blue at all. It just looks like it's black with highlights. Hopefully this is coming in. But yeah, this one's huge compared to the other one. Just to show you if that's coming across. Here, let's do it this way. Yeah, that's the difference right there. And actually, I think when they're actually in mouth, they are like that. Yeah, there we go. Let's do this just like this. And then you have 6 of these, 3 on each side. You got the medium set, the long set, and the short set, and they go from the head on back like that. That's pretty neat. And there's 3 for each side. Alright, so that's all you gotta do to put her together. Now, also in the box that Pixel Dan forgot to put in his review was this awesome backdrop that they stick in the box. It's not part of the box, it's like stuck in the background. So a big chunk of that background you see in the on the packaging is actually in the box. You can take it out, and it looks like they took and they built a model and then added some effects to it, and made like their own little scene thing. They got the Weyland-Yutani logo there. So yeah. So let me go ahead and get my queen out and get her all posed up here. Let me see if I can get this kind of straightened out. That's pretty much it. And yeah, let me get her assembled, and we'll check her out. Alright, so here is the queen herself. And she is awesome. I got those nice clear transparent teeth, jaws there going on, little tiny little forearm, whatever you want to call those tiny arms. Her little regular normal like arms, legs and everything. You see all the detail in the sculpt and everything, looking back in there and all that. All the different colors. You got like a basically it looks like it's cast in black with basically a blue. It looks like a blue dry brush. It's not. It doesn't look. Looks like it's airbrushed on, but it's like on top of the upper portions. It's not all in the crevices with a bunch of copper bronze looking highlights on different areas. And then if you look like on her inner thigh on the far side, you got silver there, and also on her arms up here there's silver. So yeah, pretty crazy. I don't have her fully assembled, but I just wanted to go through her articulation first before I do that, if I can figure out how to get her all the way in the shot. But yeah, we'll start at the head since we're here. So you have her jaw. It's on a nice hinge and everything, and then her head is on a ball joint, so you get like the side to side and up and down there. And then underneath that, they have this part of the neck right here, right there where there's a cut joint. I don't think it's like a ball. Yeah, it has a little bit of a wiggle, but it's like it's a good rotating point for her head to go left and right. But then you have a little bit of up and down on it and all that. Now on the back it does say her, I forgot what it says, it's a sliding crown or sliding headpiece, but basically their head goes from, makes her face fully exposed, and then you can slide it all the way down to her head's fully covered, which in the movie I know she was probably mostly like this, and there's one scene for sure where she went and had it fully extended out. So we got that. And then as far as the little arms, hopefully it's all staying in the shot. Hopefully you get like a nice view of all this metallic paint going on underneath here and everything too. But the little arms up here, they got a kind of a little hinge joint, like a ball hinge up here at the root. And then the same thing for the elbow area right there. And then there's also a ball hinge for the hand. So that's a bunch of joints right there. And then we go back up to the main arms, and you get, let's see if I can get a shot of this. You have the root area right here, and if you look, you get to a certain point, and if I can get it to do it, it will rotate on that on that area. And it's not doing it now. I did it earlier, but this right here, this root right here, this actually will rotate inside the body too. And then you have a ball hinge. Hitting the camera. But basically, you got a ball hinge on the shoulder, plus like an extra rotation on there. It kind of helps position the hinge around, which it's not doing now. But that's fine. It doesn't really need to. And then there's a well hidden hinge joint, ball hinge joint, in the elbow area right here. And that swivels out, of course. And then you got a nice ball hinge hand there, so you have the hinges in the forearm part of the wrist, and then the swivel is on the actual hand part. Alright, and then getting into the torso. Let's see here. It has like a little bit of twist, but it's more of an up and down kind of action there. So you get like a lot of the body positioning, you know, as far as her midsection out of that. And I get her back on the stand here. And now we're down to her legs. Whew, a lot of articulation. So you have basically a hinge joint there, like a ball hinge at the hip. A ball hinge ratcheted on the upper knee. You have a ball hinge I'm going to call this down here at the lower knee, and these both swivel. So you swivel the foot independently of the upper knee. So if you want to make her stance more narrow, you can turn both of them in and then point her toes in correctly. And then finally down here at the feet, if we can get down there, you got the toes, which they bend up and down quite a bit, as well as rotate. And then you have the upper part, like the ankle, is on a ball hinge as well, and it's a little bit of a ratchet. And then finally, oh my goodness, she doesn't fall over here because I got the stand really wonky. The tail, which has a rotating cut joint right there where it joins the body. You can kind of see the gap there. And the body's the tail is like super flexible. Has like a wire embedded in there, so you can bend it however you want to bend it, and it stays pretty good. Which that might wear out in a few years, but it's not like a super flimsy plastic or rubber or whatever. It's gonna last. It just feels like it's gonna last. And then all the other points of articulation is each of these little pieces, when you apply them to these little sockets there, you can't really see, so you can't really tell if they're in there, but those will end up being able to move around and stuff. So that's our articulation. Let me get her all the way assembled and everything, and then we'll talk about her some more. Alright, here's the last little bit for the Queen. I already talked about the packaging. Packaging's cool, adequate, she's put in there well. The packaging looks great. You can see her head, which is like the main feature you want to see on her from the packaging with the window box and all that. So that's cool. Parts number, I mean, there's only a few parts. I mean, the main thing, they're kind of fiddly, are these. And just to show you, there's an added point of articulation on here. If you look at the ball, it's like your standard neck joints that have been coming around for the past few years, where you have like this right here, this ball socket goes into the body, but then it's also got a ball socket inside the end of the spine. So let me put that in here where it goes. And that's like really the hardest part for me, was to make sure that the little ball socket things were in the back and each of those little spines that stick up without breaking it. The inner mouthpiece wasn't so hard. It does only go in there one way. It goes in with the thicker part to the top. So you see you have like the it's not really thicker on here, but you look on the smaller one, and it's the the bigger jaw goes on top. Get enough light here. Yeah, you guys will figure it out if you guys have one. But anyway, back to her. She is freaking awesome. I've got her on her stand and everything. She's basically set up to go on my shelf, just how she is. There's her tail, so she'll be on the shelf like this with the other aliens and stuff around here and all that. So once I get done, hopefully that backdrop fits. It looks like I may have it just right where that backdrop's just going to fit behind there. I'm not sure if we're going to see it or not, but it'll be back there. And I wasn't really sure about the spine placement, because these things have they can go on either side. There's like a small, medium, large, and it can go with the convex forward, convex back, or the plate on top or bottom, depending on which side you put it on and all that. So looking at the reference pics, I saw fewer pics with the plates, this portion right here, this rounded portion. I saw fewer of those down than I did up, so that's what I went with. So I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but looks good to me. So I may do some more research, watch the movie and all that, just to see. But yeah, I mean, man, she is impressive. It's hard to believe for I think she's like $94.99 on a Big Bad Toy Store. Shipped just by herself, shipped from wherever they shipped her from to California, was like $105 after everything's said and done. So compared to paying $120, $125 at the comic book shop plus tax, if you find one, online for me was definitely the way to go. But I can't say enough good things about it. I mean, one really complaint was that she didn't have an instruction sheet for the parts and stuff. I think that would have at least that one guy on the things who didn't know where his stand was, and Pixel Dan, he didn't know where the top of his stand was. So a part sheet would have been great for her just like a little one sheet. I didn't see one in the box. I looked around, so maybe I'm missing that. Maybe that's one part I'm missing. But yeah, other than that, she is freaking awesome. I mean, the paint is done really well. I mean, it's a mass-produced item, and so for that, taking that into account, she looks freaking good. Overall, thumbs up, man. NECA, Randy Falk, and the guys knocked out of the park with this one. 35th anniversary, a huge figure. I mean, a decent price. Yeah, it's a little pricey for an action figure for a toy, but you know, if you're talking, you know, NECA collectible, it's not that bad. I mean, she's the same price as the 18-inch action figures, and she has twice the articulation of some of those, and just as much detail, and she's freaking awesome. Do I recommend her? Absolutely. 2 thumbs up. 2 big old thumbs up. So I'll take some more pictures. I'll throw some more aliens in scale here. Actually, yeah, we'll set up Hudson here. I got Hudson standing by. So you can kind of see, and she's crouched down, and she still towers over him. I mean, put them roughly side by side. That's what you're talking about right there. So, yeah, freaking awesome for the Queen. So yeah, I don't know what else I can say about her besides she's awesome. If you got the cash, grab one. I don't think she's going to go down in price. I think she's one of those collectibles that's going to get kind of overlooked. I think once she sells out, she's going to go to like probably be $300 or $400, because there's a statue about the same size that they're probably real similar quality as far as the look and everything, except this is an action figure you can play with. So, you know, with the statue, you're locked into one pose. With her, you can move around if you need her to be on your shelf and look good with your other collectibles and stuff. So yeah, for an action figure, she's spot on. Man, I can't say enough good things. I love NECA. I say that every time I have a NECA toy in front of me. I love NECA. Love it. I love it. Look at it. Go in Toys R Us, I look at the NECA aisle, and I bounce out. I don't look at anything else anymore. Sometimes I cruise through and just see what's on sale, like in the Lego area, but that's rare. I go check out the NECA stuff, and then I'm out. So yeah, so NECA's it. Pretty much freezing everything else. My DC collection will be done once Doomsday gets here, as soon as they get that whole Port of LA stuff straightened out. And we'll talk about my collection when I do my room review, my room tour thing. But anyway, just can't get enough looking at her. So yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Comment down here and like and hit that subscribe button wherever it is, over here somewhere, whatever, and all that. Keep on playing with your toys, because I definitely do, especially when they're awesome. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks, guys. 2 thumbs up. And if I didn't say it enough, I love NECA. Queen's awesome.
That could have been better.
Get away from her, you bitch!